I was naive to everything. Even though I love music, I listen to music and I have my favorites, and I used to mess around with it. Still, just being young, we put out our first album, I was 23. Just being, some of the people that I grew up listening to, complimenting us.
What's going on, world? ShowYourSkills.com recently caught up the rapper BIG POOH. Y'all know him from the group Little Brother. We got a chance to talk to POOH about his entry into the game, his solo projects, including his upcoming project, and also his favorite team in the NBA. That might surprise y'all. Check it out.
Yo, check it out. Rapper BIG POOH. Right now, I'm kicking it with Coach K on ShowYourSkills.com.
Tell us about your most recent project, what the name is, and what can we expect?
Bad Boy Friends Volume 2. That's more me. It's me just trying to get more in touch with being a better writer and me being a better artist and just the musicality of it. I got with first producer Astronaut and trying to merge what I came up, the boom bap of my earlier career, and then the big sound of my project Dirty Pretty Things, which is one of my latest projects. So just trying to merge sounds and trying to find a happy medium. Because a lot of fans always ask me when I'm going to make another album, like my first solo album, Sleeping. And so, just trying to improve artistically, but when people hear this album, they'll definitely hear more of me.
Tell us a little bit about the scene, when you guys got together, and then also, if you could, tell us a little bit about the scene, the hip-hop scene in North Carolina today.
Back then, man, it was beautiful, man. You had us, we were coming up, making a little bit of noise, and then you had P.D. Pablo had just went big with his song. And even though we didn't do the same type of music, it was dope just to see somebody from North Carolina getting recognition. And it shined some light on the state because they wanted to know what else was there. There was a lot of local, shows, a lot of different showcases and things of that nature. As far as now, it's not the same. Everybody got enamored with being the first. I want to put North Carolina on, or I want to be the king of North Carolina. And once you start getting caught up in that, your only focus is on you and not the state. And so it made a lot of factions formed, the crab in the barrel, things happened. So, the scene definitely isn't like it was when we was coming up, but they trying to build it back up now, though.
What sides of the business do you suggest people know first and foremost?
Well, I'll tell you, a lot of famous, powerful people always say, you should know what you can't do. And what you can't do, you should be wise enough to find people that can do it.
Right.
So, obviously, contracts are a big thing. And the thing about contracts is, it used to be a running joke, like they give you the world on page 5, and they take it all the way on page 25. And you have to have the proper lawyer, a competent lawyer, be able to make sure that you are protected at all times. And I think that should be the first thing that's on any artist's mind. Because it wasn't on mine, and it kind of, it put a chink in some of the plans we had early on by the first contract we signed wasn't a good contract. And so, that definitely is a very, very important part of the business.
How many albums have you done to this point?
I don't even know, to be honest, man.
I guess I would say solo projects. What number are we on at this point?
At this point, man, Sleepers, Bad Boys First Volume 1, 2, Dirty Pretty Things, Purple Tape, Rapid Delight. I think I'm on like 6.
Okay.
Or, yeah, 6.
Tell us about your mind state when you sat down to write this project.
When I wrote this project, I think this project, I was trying to have a little bit more fun.
Okay.
But at the same time, I always like to leave, drop gems and leave people with some type of information. So when they walk away, you definitely know a little bit more about me. I want you to know, a little bit more about what I'm thinking about issue-wise, and my position on what may be current things or things that need to be addressed. So when I sat down and wrote this project, man, I just wanted to make sure I was more of a complete songwriter as opposed to just writing verses. I wanted to focus on hooks, song structure, make sure the features were the correct features and things of that nature.
It seems today we don't really find as many artists that take that route as, let's say, we did in the late 80s or early 90s. Why do you think we don't see artists who attack more social, political issues like we used to have in the past?
Because it's not cool. What's cool is bragging about what you may or may not have. That's what's cool to people. What's cool is flaunting wealth. What's cool is drinking and drugs. That's what's cool now. So, that's why you don't really hear too many killer mics. You don't hear too many public enemies. You don't hear too many poor righteous pieces. You don't hear a lot of that because that's not what's cool. It's artists that's doing it, but it's not what's cool, so they're not going to be put on the scale of, Rick Ross or Gucci Man or whoever.
What we also notice, it doesn't seem like, corporations, i.e. record labels, are investing in that type of music any longer as well, meaning they're not even signing groups that are, addressing anything on a social level, even if it's just in a light manner or saying anything political. It just doesn't seem like the labels are investing in that anymore.
The crazy thing is now, everybody is afraid of offending somebody. So no matter what you say, you're going to offend somebody. And that's why corporations and companies don't sign artists like that, because you're going to offend somebody when you're taking a stand. Mm-hmm. The only way you don't offend anybody is if you never take a stand. So, and that's the thing. Everybody is, no matter what you say, there's going to be somebody that come out and say, you offended me. And what's the corporation or company's purpose is to make money off of everybody. So you can't have an artist coming out taking a stand against whatever, and then you have a big to-do about that artist, and next thing you know, your company is in hot water with the public because you have said artists representing your company. So, that's what it all boils down to, is that money.
If you could run down your inspiration for the Purple Tape.
The Purple Tape, man, I had heard, the beat that Black Milk had did, and I'm a big Prince fan, and I'm a Black Milk fan as well. And I just wanted to do something different. I was in Europe on my way back home, and I hit Black Milk up and was like, yo, man, I got the beat. I know they've been out there, but I want to try to create a project with them. And he was like, go ahead, just let me hear it when you finish. So I just went in and just had fun with it. I wasn't worried about structure. I wasn't worried about too much of anything. I just went in and wrote. And it was fun.
What team you rolling with this shit? Or what's your team, rather?
I'm actually a Wizards fan.
Okay.
Yeah, a Wizards fan. And, I'm happy with the way they've been playing since John Wall came back. A lot of people, they don't realize since John Wall came back, they're 21-16 and 14-7 when John Wall, Bradley Beal, and Nene all started. So they have a pretty good team. They've just been hit by the injury bug. And
I know with Beal going down.
Yeah, Bill going down, Nene down, John Wall was out for the first 33 games. So took him until recently to really get back in shape, because when he was out, he couldn't do any basketball activity except for dribbling. So I think, they can, keep improving. Next year, they definitely be a playoff squad.
Wow, that's what's up. That's what's up. Nah, they do have a good core, though. You can't front.
I was actually just talking with somebody about it the other day, and they was talking about his defense. I said, well, two sides to his defense. One is on the ball defense. He definitely needs to improve in that area, but it's rare that people come into the league and they just turn into on-ball defenders. Like, that's a special skill that very few have.
Right.
And then I said, you have to realize every mistake he makes defensively might not be his. It could be, the defensive scheme is to lead your man to the middle. You lead his man to the middle. The help isn't there. That's not his fault.
Right. But it makes him look bad.
It makes him look bad, but it may not be his fault. So I said, it's a lot that goes into being a great defender, because most of the time great defenders have a great defensive team, but what a lot of people don't realize, the Wiggins actually been in the top half of the league in defense for the Heat. Their problem has been on offense.
Okay.
So, he definitely needs a lot more improvement, but he's showing something there.
That's what's up. So anything you need the people to know that's listening?
One, definitely thank and appreciate everybody that's been listening since day one. Hope you're still listening, obviously. And new EP coming very soon. Happy birthday, Thomas.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, man. Thanks for your time, man.
I know that. Have a good one.
You too, man. Peace.